for health seeds secretly harming seniors, and for that, truly heal. We often hear seeds pack vital nutrition, fiber, and natural goodness. Essential for healthy aging, right? But what if some popular choices have an unseen downside? Beneath the healthy surface, there's a hidden truth, vital for those navigating their 60s and beyond. Hello, I'm Dr. Kenji Sato, founder of the Senior Wellness Center. With decades dedicated to optimizing health for those over 60, I'm here to share crucial insights often missed. Today, we delve into the complex world of seeds, separating nutritional powerhouses from potential pitfalls that could be impacting your well-being without you even realizing it. You see, some commonly praised seeds might actually be fueling chronic inflammation, contributing to joint pain, accelerating cellular aging, and even subtly stressing your cardiovascular system. Studies now reveal startling connections. One investigation, for instance, showed a dramatic 67% spike in inflammatory markers among seniors consuming just one type of popular seed for only a few short weeks. Yet, it's often marketed as heart-healthy. This conflicting information can be confusing. That's why today, we'll cut through the noise. I'll clearly identify 4 types of seeds that seniors should approach with caution or avoid. And, crucially, for powerful seeds you should aim to eat daily. We'll explore the science and share real stories. Be sure to watch until the end, because the #1 seed to avoid might be sabotaging your joints right now without you knowing. And the #1 seed I recommend daily. It's played a key role in helping many of my patients regain pain-free movement and truly thrive. Navigating nutritional information like this can be complex, especially as our bodies change with age. But understanding the fundamental principles behind anti-inflammatory eating is the first crucial step. Before we dive in, I'm curious, which seeds are currently part of your daily or weekly routine? Let me know in the comments below. I read and respond to as many as I can, offering personalized insights. Now, let's start by identifying the seeds that could be silently undermining your health goals. Let's begin with number 4 on our caution list. Sunflower seeds. Many see these as harmless snacks, readily available, tossed on salads, and often praised as a good source of vitamin E. However, for those over 60, especially in larger amounts, these popular seeds can quietly become a metabolic challenge. The issue lies in their fatty acid profile. Sunflower seeds are extremely high in omega-6 fatty acids, the pro-inflammatory counterpart to anti-inflammatory omega-3 south. While some omega-6 is essential, the balance is critical. Research suggests an ideal omega-6 to omega-3 ratio is around 4:1 for optimal health. But sunflower seeds can push this ratio dramatically, often exceeding 8:1, especially if consumed frequently. This excessive omega-6 load can promote chronic low-grade inflammation throughout the body. Think of it like constantly adding fuel to a simmering fire within your cells. Over time, this cellular inflammation can manifest as painful joint increased morning stiffness, and contribute to the overall systemic stress that accelerates aging processes. Let me share a story from my practice. Margaret, a vibrant 72-year-old retired librarian, came to me puzzled. Despite daily walks and home cooking, she suffered from persistently swollen ankles and constant fatigue. She mentioned feeling her legs were so heavy, she sometimes hesitated to even go for her usual walk around the block. Her diet seemed healthy at first glance, but upon closer review, we discovered a common habit. She generously sprinkled sunflower seeds onto her salads, mixed them into her morning granola, and snacked on them almost every single day. Concerned, we checked her inflammatory markers. Her C-reactive protein, or CRP level, was 3 times higher than the upper limit of the safe range, indicating significant underlying inflammation. We decided on a simple trial: remove the sunflower seeds completely and replace them with a balanced mix, including flax and chia seeds, which we'll discuss later. The results were remarkable. Within just 10 days, Margaret reported her ankle swelling had noticeably reduced. Within 3 weeks, her energy levels surged. Her walking time comfortably increased from a tiring 10 minutes to nearly 40 minutes without fatigue. A follow-up blood test confirmed a significant 42% drop in her CRP levels. So, if you're over 60, particularly if you experience joint discomfort, persistent fatigue, or are managing cholesterol levels. It's wise to reconsider sunflower seeds as a daily staple. Moderation is key, but frequent consumption could contribute to unwanted inflammation. A much safer and more beneficial alternative: pumpkin seeds. They offer valuable minerals like zinc and magnesium without that heavy omega-6 load. We'll explore the fantastic benefits of pumpkin seeds in detail later in our must-eat list. Stay tuned for that. Moving to number 3 on our list, a surprisingly common but often unnoticed ingredient: cottonseed. You won't typically find cottonseed sprinkled on your food like sunflower or chia. Instead, its oil is a hidden component in countless processed snacks, baked goods, margarines, and even many commercial salad dressings, primarily because it's one of the cheapest oils available. But here's the critical concern: cottonseed naturally contains a toxin called This compound is part of the cotton plant's defense mechanism against insects. While effective against pests, gossypol can be harmful to human health, particularly for seniors. Research indicates it can interfere with the heart's electrical signaling pathways. It's also been shown to block calcium uptake in muscle cells and impair mitochondrial function, the vital process that generates energy within every cell in your body. A 2016 review in Toxicology reports linked gossypol exposure to increased oxidative stress in cardiac tissue and disrupted potassium regulation. Both factors elevate the risk of arrhythmias. Seniors are especially vulnerable. As we age, our natural detoxification systems tend to slow down, making it harder to process and eliminate toxins like gossypol effectively. Furthermore, our electrolyte balance, crucial for heart and muscle function, often becomes more fragile, increasing susceptibility to disruptions caused by substances like this. Consider Johan, a 70-year-old patient who recently adopted a strict low-fat diet after her doctor expressed concern about her cholesterol levels. She diligently swapped butter for margarine, started eating more whole-grain crackers, boxed granola, and began using low-calorie salad dressings, believing she was making healthier choices. However, within just a month, she developed persistent fatigue, unnerving fluttering sensations in her chest, and peculiar muscle cramps, especially at night, that she described as crawling sensations. Her electrocardiogram came back borderline, showing minor irregularities but nothing alarming enough for immediate medication. Yet, she felt increasingly unwell. During a detailed nutritional audit, we examined the labels of her new healthy packaged foods. The common thread: nearly every item listed cottonseed oil among its top 3 ingredients. We immediately implemented a plan: eliminate all products containing cottonseed oil. We replaced her processed snacks with whole foods like roasted chickpeas and avocado slices. For her salads, she switched to simple dressings made with extra virgin olive oil. The change was swift. Within 2 weeks, her troublesome muscle cramps completely stopped. By week 3, the heart palpitations vanished. She called my office, her voice noticeably brighter, saying she finally felt alive again for the first time in months. Her energy returned simply by removing this hidden inflammatory oil. So, the takeaway here is clear. Cottonseed oil, while inexpensive for manufacturers and heavily processed, contains a natural toxin that poses real risks, especially as we age. It's rarely labeled prominently as a warning, yet it truly has no place in a health-conscious senior's diet. My strong advice: if you're over 60, become a diligent label reader. Pay extra attention to the ingredients list on baked snacks, crackers, margarines, and commercial dressings. You might unknowingly be consuming something that is quietly disrupting your heart rhythm, muscle function, and energy levels, leaving you wondering why you don't feel your best. Number 2 on our list to use cautiously: the commonly found white or processed sesame seeds. These tiny seeds are everywhere, sprinkled on hamburger buns, ground into tahini for hummus, drizzled over Asian stir-fries, and baked into seemingly healthy crackers and snacks. But what many people over 60 don't realize is that these processed sesame seeds harbor compounds that can pose challenges, especially related to mineral absorption and potential immune reactions. One key issue is their high content of phytates. Phytates are natural compounds found in seeds and grains that bind strongly to essential minerals like calcium, magnesium, and zinc. in the gut. In younger individuals with robust digestion, this might not be significant, but for seniors, whose mineral absorption may already be less efficient, phytates can further block nutrient uptake. A 2020 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition highlighted this, finding that high phytate diets significantly decreased calcium absorption in older adults by up to 27%. This increases the long-term risk of conditions like osteoporosis and bone fractures, major concerns as we age. Beyond phytates, there's growing concern about sesame allergies, particularly adult insect sensitivities. The FDA recognized sesame as the 9th major allergen in 2023 due to a surge in reactions. Crucially, in seniors, these reactions aren't always dramatic hives or breathing issues. They often manifest subtly: chronic sinus congestion, unexplained skin rashes, or persistent low-grade fatigue. I remember working with Linda, a 69-year-old retired nurse. She came in complaining of severe, persistent joint pain, patches of dry, itchy skin on her elbows, and constant bloating that made her uncomfortable. She had already tried eliminating common culprits like dairy and gluten for months, with absolutely no improvement. She felt frustrated and unsure what else could be triggering her discomfort. Given her symptoms and history, we ran an eyed food sensitivity panel. To her surprise, the results came back showing a significant sensitivity to sesame, something completely off her radar. We connected the dots. Linda admitted she ate a generous portion of hummus, almost daily, enjoying it as a healthy snack. Of course, traditional hummus is made with tahini, which is simply ground sesame paste. We formulated a new plan. All sesame products were removed from her diet. We focused on replacing those healthy fats with sources like avocado slices with her meals and incorporating walnuts as a snack. Within just 2 weeks, Linda reported a dramatic difference. Her dry skin patches began to clear up. Her digestive system felt much calmer, with significantly less bloating. Most remarkably, the chronic joint pain she'd battled for nearly 6 years started to subside noticeably. She felt lighter and more mobile than she had in a long time. She later told me, quite emotionally, "Dr. Sato, I honestly feel 15 years younger. I didn't realize how much those aches and pains were dragging me down until they started to lift." So, if you frequently enjoy hummus made with traditional tahini, use sesame oil regularly, or snack on those trendy superseed crackers, it pays to be cautious, especially if you have unexplained symptoms. While tahini is a staple in many healthy traditional diets, the processing and individual sensitivity can sometimes be factors for those experiencing digestive or immune system stress. Variety is generally good, but seniors benefit greatly from prioritizing nutrient absorption and avoiding hidden immune triggers. Overloading on seeds high in phytates isn't always beneficial. Don't worry, there are excellent, safer alternatives, rich in minerals and healthy fats that we'll be discussing very soon in our must-eat list. And now, for number 1 on the list of seeds to be extremely cautious with after 60, this might shock you, given its reputation: chia seeds, but specifically when consumed the wrong way. Yes, this celebrated superfood, packed with fiber and omega-3 south, holds a hidden danger if not prepared correctly. The risk lies entirely in consuming chia seeds dry or improperly soaked. Here's why. Chia seeds are incredibly hydrophilic, meaning they absorb water, a lot of it. In fact, a single chia seed can absorb up to 12 times its weight in liquid, expanding dramatically. In a young, healthy digestive system with strong motility, this expansion might just aid regularity. But for seniors, things can be different. Many older adults experience naturally slower gut motility. Conditions like GERD, IBS, or even mild esophageal narrowing are also more common. In these situations, rapidly expanding chia seeds consumed dry can form a thick, gel-like mass, potentially causing severe blockages in the esophagus or intestines. This isn't just theoretical. There are dozens of case studies published in medical journals documenting seniors experiencing choking, severe constipation, and even esophageal impact. One stark example from the Annals of Emergency Medicine described a 72-year-old man who developed a complete esophageal obstruction requiring emergency surgical removal of a chia seed mass. Just 1 hour after swallowing a tablespoon of dry chia seeds followed by water, hoping it would simply clean him out, The rapid expansion nearly caused a life-threatening situation. I saw a similar situation unfold with a patient named Roberto, a 74-year-old former truck driver with a history of acid reflux. His well-meaning daughter bought him a wellness pack containing various superfood powders, including ground chia. Eager to boost his health, Roberto began adding a spoonful of the dry chia powder directly into his morning cereal and lunchtime smoothies, without pre-soaking it as instructed on fine print packaging. Within just a week, he started experiencing intense bloating, unlike anything he'd felt before, accompanied by sharp, intermittent stomach pains. Worse still, he developed severe constipation, becoming unable to have a bowel movement for 5 consecutive days, despite his usual habits. By the time his daughter brought him in, Roberto looked visibly distressed. His abdomen was noticeably distended and firm to the touch, and he appeared pale and utterly exhausted from the discomfort and lack of relief. We immediately pinpointed the unsoaked chia as the likely culprit. Given his symptoms and history, we had him stop the chia powder instantly. We administered a gentle osmotic laxative to help clear the blockage safely and advised him to switch his fiber source temporarily to properly soaked flaxseed, which has a different, gelling property. Thankfully, by day 3, Roberto's system returned to normal function, and the pain and bloating completely subsided. He was immensely relieved. So, let me be clear, chia seeds themselves are not evil. They offer valuable fiber, plant-based omega-3 fatty acids, and beneficial the danger lies solely in how they are consumed. They absolutely must be fully soaked before eating. This means mixing them with ample liquid water, milk, or yogurt, and letting them sit for at least 30 minutes, or even overnight, until they form a complete gel. This pre-expansion outside the body neutralizes the risk. But skipping this step is particularly hazardous for seniors, who often experience drier throats, weaker esophageal peristalsis muscle contractions, and reduced overall gut hydration. My unequivocal recommendation for anyone over 60, never consume chia seeds, dry or in powdered form, mixed directly into food without prior, thorough soaking. Even when properly prepared, start with a small amount, perhaps just half a teaspoon, to see how your system tolerates the high fiber content. There are, however, even gentler and equally beneficial options for gut support, which we'll cover in our must-eat list shortly. Now, I understand hearing about potential risks in seemingly healthy foods can be concerning. But the good news is, nature also provides incredibly powerful tools for healing and vitality. It's time to flip the script. These next 4 seeds aren't just safe. They can actively help combat inflammation, support your systems, and truly enhance your well-being after 60. Think of these as valuable components within a complete nutritional strategy designed to help you thrive in your senior years. They work synergistically with an overall healthy lifestyle. Let's count down the top 4 seeds that I strongly encourage my patients over 60 to incorporate into their daily routine, starting with number 4. Kicking off our must-eat list at number 4 might surprise you, especially after our earlier discussion: black sesame seeds. Yes, sesame again, but this is entirely different from the processed white variety or tahini paste. Black sesame seeds are unhulled and unrefined, meaning they retain their nutrient-rich outer layer. This makes a world of difference in their nutritional profile and benefits, particularly for seniors. They are packed with potent antioxidants called which studies suggest help combat oxidative stress, a key driver of aging, especially within aging brain cells and delicate blood vessel linings. Unlike white sesame seeds, which are often stripped of their hull and minerals, black sesame retains significantly more calcium, iron, and magnesium. They have a long history of use in traditional Eastern medicine. Modern science is catching up. A 2021 study published in the Journal of Nutritional Biochemistry demonstrated impressive results in older adults consuming black sesame seeds daily. Participants aged 65 to 78 who consumed just 2 teaspoons daily for 60 days experienced, on average, a 13% drop in systolic blood pressure and scored a remarkable 22% higher on memory recall tests. Let me tell you about a sharp 70-year-old retired math teacher who came to me feeling increasingly forgetful and unusually low on energy for several months. Her blood pressure was borderline high, around 142/88, and her neurologist had gently warned her she was showing early signs that put her at risk for mild cognitive impairment instead of immediately jumping to medication. We introduced a simple daily ritual. 1 teaspoon of ground black sesame seeds mixed with a small amount of honey and warm water each morning. Within just 1 month, CM reported her mental focus felt noticeably sharper. She gleefully told me she could suddenly recall names of students she hadn't thought about in decades. Even more impressively, her blood pressure naturally dropped to a healthy 128/80, completely without medication. But here's the crucial point. It must be black sesame, not the pale toasted kind. And for optimal absorption, consume it ground or soaked. Never just raw whole seeds. Importantly, incorporate it as part of a varied diet, not in massive quantities. Coming in at number 3 are flaxseed's true quiet champions for senior health. They don't get flashy marketing, but their impact inside the body is extraordinary. Flax seeds are rich in alpha-linoleic acid, or ELA, a plant-based omega-3 fat crucial for reducing systemic inflammation throughout the body, which is often elevated as we age. Even more significantly, flax seeds are the richest known dietary source of These are natural plant compounds with antioxidant properties that also help support hormonal balance, improve digestion, and protect cardiovascular health. The research is compelling. A 2018 study published in Hypertension Research followed 110 older adults over 70 with borderline high blood pressure. Half consumed a daily muffin containing 30 grams of ground flaxseed, while the control group received a placebo muffin. After 6 months, the flaxseed group saw a remarkable average reduction of 15 mmHg in systolic pressure and 7 mmHg in diastolic pressure. That level of reduction rivals the effect of many first-line blood pressure medications, but achieved naturally through food without the potential side effects. I saw this firsthand with Youssef, a 68-year-old retired taxi driver who had struggled for years with both high cholesterol and chronic constipation, feeling sluggish and uncomfortable. His daughter gently encouraged him to try adding ground flaxseed to his morning yogurt. We started cautiously, just 1 teaspoon daily, gradually increasing to 2 as his system adapted. By the 3rd week, Youssef reported having daily, effortless bowel movements for the first time in years. It was a huge relief for him. Over 3 months, his total cholesterol dropped significantly from 218 down to 174, and his triglycerides decreased by an impressive 33%. He also mentioned his stomach no longer felt heavy and tight after meals. Now, the absolute key to unlocking flaxseed's benefits is consuming it ground. Whole flax seeds often pass through the digestive tract undigested, meaning you miss out on the nutrients. You can easily grind small batches at home in a coffee grinder or buy it. Critically, always store ground flaxseed in the refrigerator, as its delicate oils can go rancid quickly. Simply mix a teaspoon or 2 into smoothies, oatmeal, or yogurt. Just avoid cooking it at high heat, as this can damage the beneficial omega-3 fats. A simple, powerful addition for senior vitality. Our number 2 mesquite seed is the humble yet mighty pumpkin seed, also known as phytates. These green gems are arguably among the most nutrient-dense foods on Earth, yet surprisingly overlooked in many senior diets. They are exceptionally rich in zinc, a mineral absolutely vital as we age. Zinc plays a major role in immune function, wound healing, and muscle repair, all processes that can slow down in later life. Seniors often have lower zinc levels, partly due to reduced stomach acid production, which is needed for proper mineral absorption. The consequence: slower healing from minor cuts, more frequent infections, and muscle weakness often mistaken simply as getting old. Beyond zinc, pumpkin seeds are a fantastic source of magnesium. This powerhouse mineral is involved in over 300 essential cellular processes in your body. One of the most critical for seniors is regulating muscle contraction and relaxation. Inadequate magnesium is strongly linked to muscle cramps, spasms, and restless legs, often disrupting precious sleep. A 2019 study in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition highlighted this beautifully. They followed 76 adults over 65 suffering from disruptive leg cramps and poor sleep. After adding just 30 grams, about 2 tablespoons of pumpkin seeds to their daily diet for only 4 weeks, An impressive 71% reported improved sleep quality, and the frequency of leg cramps plummeted by 48%. Primera Rica Ayadil, a 73-year-old gentleman who'd worked in construction his whole life. He came to us plagued by restless legs at night, finding it impossible to stay asleep, also noting strange tingling in his calves. He'd tried drinking more water and even taking calcium supplements, common advice for cramps, but found no relief whatsoever. Testing revealed his magnesium levels were quite low, and his zinc was borderline deficient, likely impacting muscle function and nerve signaling. We advised him to start eating a small handful of pumpkin seeds daily, lightly roasted, unsalted, and chewed slowly to maximize absorption. Within just 2 weeks, Adil reported the nighttime cramps and tingling sensations were completely gone. After 1 month, he was sleeping soundly through the night, for the first time in years. His wife even joked later that she could finally sleep too, because his disruptive jumping legs had finally stopped. For seniors grappling with muscle concerns, restless sleep, or sluggish healing, pumpkin seeds truly can be the missing piece. Just 1 small handful a day, real food, no pills needed, can make a world of difference. And finally, the #1 seed I wholeheartedly recommend every senior consider eating daily: hemp seeds. Now, let's be clear up front. These tiny beige seeds come from the hemp plant, but they contain 0 THC. They offer purely nutritional benefits. What they do contain is truly remarkable. One of nature's most perfectly balanced ratios of omega-3 to omega-6 fatty acids, typically around 3:1. This ideal balance is absolutely critical for managing inflammation, supporting brain health, and preserving muscle mass, all paramount concerns for seniors battling chronic aches, brain fog, or muscle wasting. Hemp seeds are also a rare source of gamma-linolenic acid, or GLA, a unique omega-6 fatty acid with potent anti-inflammatory properties. GLA helps regulate hormones, reduce joint pain, and support healthy metabolism. The science backs this up. A 2022 clinical trial published in the Journal of Clinical Nutrition and Aging gave 30 grams, about 3 tablespoons, of hemp seeds daily to adults aged 65 to 79 for 8 weeks. The results? A significant 36% reduction in CRP inflammation markers, a 19% increase in HDL, the good cholesterol, and improved grip strength, a key indicator of overall vitality in 72% of participants. One of the most inspiring transformations I've witnessed involved Salma, a 76-year-old woman who relied heavily on a cane due to severe debilitating arthritis in both knees. She'd tried numerous medications, creams, and joint supplements with minimal relief. Lab tests confirmed chronic, low-grade systemic inflammation was fueling her pain. We introduced hemp seeds into her daily breakfast routine. 3 tablespoons blended into her morning smoothie, along with some almond milk and dates. We also encouraged gentle daily walking. The change wasn't overnight, but it was steady. By week 3, Salma reported noticeably less morning joint stiffness. By week 6, she amazed us by walking into her appointment without her cane on most days, using it only occasionally for longer distances. After 2 months, her joint swelling had reduced so significantly that she could kneel down and joyfully tend to her garden again, something she hadn't been able to do in years. Hemp seeds, often sold as hemp hearts, are soft, buttery, and incredibly easy to digest. They require no soaking or grinding. You can mix them into smoothies, sprinkle them on soup or salads, or stir into yogurt. They are gentle on the digestive system, safe even for seniors with dental issues, and powerfully effective at reducing chronic inflammation and pain, naturally, without side effects. For Año Number 60, dealing with fatigue, sore joints, or brain fog, this one simple habit, just 3 tablespoons daily, can help restore energy and mobility faster than almost anything else I've seen. So there you have it. 4 seeds to be mindful of or limit after 60: sunflower, cottonseed oil, processed white sesame, and improperly prepared chia. And for nutritional powerhouses, to embrace daily black sesame, flaxseed, pumpkin seeds, and hemp seeds. Remember, the goal isn't fear or drastic elimination of all seeds. It's about making informed, conscious choices tailored to your body's needs now, in your senior years. As I often tell my patients, what worked wonderfully for your body at 40 might actually create challenges at 70. Our nutritional requirements and sensitivities evolve. But the empowering truth is, with the right choices focusing on real, anti-inflammatory foods, like the beneficial seeds we discussed, you absolutely can push back against accelerated aging. You can reclaim vibrant health, restful sleep, and sustained energy. Implementing these simple seed swaps is an excellent, powerful start. However, for truly transformative and lasting results, integrating these nutritional upgrades into a comprehensive, holistic wellness plan often makes the most profound difference. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Have you tried any of these beneficial seeds? Or what's the one health challenge? Joints, digestion, sleep you're focusing on most right now? Share below. If you found this information valuable, please consider sharing it with a friend or loved one. Because after 60, investing in our health isn't a luxury. It's the foundation for everything else. Be sure to subscribe to the Senior Wellness Center for more insights like this. To discover how to integrate these principles into a comprehensive wellness plan, check the first pinned comment below this video for your next step. And if you enjoyed this content and want to continue your journey to a healthier life, check out the videos appearing on your screen now. I'm sure they'll help you immensely. Click on one of them, and I'll see you there. Thank you for watching.